Imagine a world where reality is merely a shadow of something greater, more beautiful and elusive. A world where longing for something beyond the boundaries of everyday life drives both heroes and creators alike. Today we are talking about romanticism in fantasy, the concept C.S. Lewis described as a sublime yearning, the force that compels heroes to embark on their journeys and makes us, as readers, seek something deeper within those stories. What it is about fantasy that speaks so vividly to our imagination? It's not just magic and extraordinary words. It's that romantic undertone, the desire to discover something greater than ourselves. In fantasy literature, we find characters striving to fulfill their dreams, torn between longing and reality. But what exactly is romanticism? In the Pilgrim's Regress, C.S. Lewis examined 7 definitions before creating his own, the 8th. In his analysis, he highlighted elements such as dangerous journeys, wonders and marvels, magic and fantastical beings, heroic deeds, and fascinations with grim and death. Yet, for Lewis, the most important aspect was that he called the immortal desire, an emotion that resurfaces as a deep yearning. It's a feeling we all know well, that bittersweet longing captured in the phrase, "If only I could go back to those days." If only we could step into these magical realms that unfold in our imagination while reading. Romanticism in fantasy literature is not just about love or grand emotions. It's above all about the desire to transcend the known world. It's a trait we see in characters who refuse to settle for average. When we look at the classics of the genre, we see how different authors approached this idea. Many fantasy protagonists live with inner longing, as if something vital awaits them beyond the world they know. This is what makes stories like The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and the Chronicles of Narnia so profoundly moving. Fantasy is not just an escape. It becomes a metaphor for humanity's yearning for something deeper. Lewis frequently spoke about feeling that he called desire, a yearning for something that feels familiar, yet remain out of reach. The Pilgrim's Regress is a perfect example of how romantic longing intertwines with fantasy and spiritual allegory. We see the same theme in the Chronicles of Narnia. The protagonists don't merely escape to another world. They discover something that was always present in their hearts. Edmund finds altruism and sacrifice. Peter finds courage. Susan finds wisdom, and Lucy embodies compassion and care. The theme of romantic yearning in Lewis' work also has a spiritual dimension. In his vision, fantasy is not just an adventure, but a journey toward a deeper understanding of reality. As we read his stories, we realize that his characters are not just discovering new worlds. They are discovering themselves. But what if romanticism doesn't lead to light, but to darkness? C.S. Lewis himself acknowledged that romanticism also includes fascination with torment and death, the attraction to the which defies nature. In our next episode, we'll dive into the works of Edgar Allan Poe, a darker vision of romanticism, where longing leads not to transcendence, but to madness and horror. If you're enjoying this journey, don't forget to hit that sub button and ring the bell. It keeps us going and brings you more stories filled with wonders and imagination. If you love fantasy, I invite you to explore our studio store at RPGfigures.com. We create unique, custom-designed miniatures for fantasy, D&D, and sci-fi fans. Every design is crafted with passion and made exclusively by us. And here's something special for our fellow dreamers. Use the code MAGICSTORIES for 20% off your order.